down toward the kickoff here at the Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Today, a good one in store. It's the Denver Broncos and the Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Tirico, along with my partner Greg Olson, it's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go from South Philly. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out...
Oh, and they come after him right away, and down he goes on the first play of the game.
Prior to the opening kickoff, the home crowd is rocking. They're on their feet cheering. Well, one play in, got a little quieter in here. This defense came out, and they took the fight right to him, able to bring the quarterback down for an opening play sack to get their defense settled into this one.
Play action. Hurts. Short pass. He's got Calcaterra. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it's going to be 4th down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. 2nd season now for Bo Nix.
Well, it didn't take long for Bo Nix to establish himself as a bona fide starter in this league, winning the position with the Broncos as a rookie. He has all the intangibles, but really what sticks out the most, Mike, is the amount of starts he made in college. It's kind of similar to Brock Purdy. Very experienced at the college level. Let's see how that carries over here to the NFL level.
2nd and inches. A run. Here's the fullback, Courtland. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage. Across the 50 to the 48.
48-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Denver.
Come on now. That's just unfair. You're asking them to stop a fullback cold. All he needed was a couple inches to pick up the 1st down. Mike, I think if they run that play 10 different times, he's moving the chains.
They'll go play action with Nix. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
2nd down. Nix. To the outside, hauled in by Sutton. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, He's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
On fourth down, out is the rookie sixth-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to kick it away. Back deep for Philly, it's Cooper DeJean. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Eagles offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They had a disappointing quick 3-and-out on that opening drive. So they'll try it again here in a scoreless game with first and 10. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Brings up second and 8.
Off the play fake, Hurts. That's right side. He's got Calcaterra. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
He'll try to run here with Barkley, and he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
And these are the tough yards you judge a back by, Mike. We used to say to our backs, hey, even if we don't block everyone, you've got to be your own blocker. Like, you have to find a way to get 1 yard and keep this drive alive. And I think he's able to pick up that first down by about a yard or 2.
Man in motion is Smith. A first down throw for Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he will score. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead.
The score, Eagles 7, Broncos 0.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Jaleel McLaughlin now on the return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for first and 10. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Now it's Dobbins. And he is tough to bring down. Finally, the defense gets him on the ground. It'll be no gain on that play. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. 3rd and 2. Here we go. They send Sutton in motion. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
DeGene to return it, and it'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. Patrick Surtain takes the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 15-yard pickup there. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Eagles.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end. Dallas got it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's good for another
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
17-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And will be taken down with the 1st down as time will run out on this opening quarter. Eagles in possession to start the 2nd quarter. 2 yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal as we are ready to get back underway. And looked like he might have had a lane, but the defense closed quickly. He did not get in. 2nd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Elliott on now for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Eagles Eagles move out on top, 14-0.
Broncos nothing.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. A run with Dobbins. They don't take this to about the 28. Quinyon Mitchell up to make the stop.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Next, from the gun, on 3rd down. He'll try to run for it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Broncos.
What is
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The problem with some of these long developing plays is that it really forces the quarterback to hold on to the ball. They tried to hit him there with that big shot downfield, but the protection is just not able to hold up, and they're able to get home.
It is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He's going to take a shot down the field, and he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big-time play for the Broncos. 41 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to be close to the 1st down. Out of bounds, just a little short. We can pick it up on 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to have the 1st down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up into this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Back to throw is Nix. That one, take it in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Denver.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone because, as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. He gets it to go. Broncos are on the board. It's now 14-7.
Broncos 7.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35.
It's a gain of 11.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Down the sideline to the 20. The defense saves the touchdown, but a terrific run. It'll be 1st and goal inside the 10. Big-time play for Philly. 56 yards.
Wow, I mean, he's going to be disappointed he wasn't able to take that all the way, but that's still a heck of a run. In the end, after a good tackle to save the touchdown, they're still going to be set up with 1st and goal.
And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Saquon is in for a touchdown. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will take a 21-7 lead.
Eagles 21, Broncos 7.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
2nd and 5. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He'll step up and run. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. They leave Sutton all alone. It's complete. And they're into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Nix to throw. Left side. That's complete. It's Sutton. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
Really impressive way to close out this first half. I mean, you think about it, Mike, they come away with points. They leave virtually no time remaining for their opponent to possess the ball. And on top of that, they get the ball first coming out of the break, so they'll get a chance here to double up points if they can have a good opening possession of the second half.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Haason with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half.
Jake Elliott to kick
Third
off
quarter
for
set to
Philadelphia.
commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here's Mims. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Throwing. Mix. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Nolan Smith in there to drop him, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open this drive.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Ahead for about 4 yards. John Campbell, first-round pick out of Bama. There for the stop.
And it's third down.
It is third and long. To throw is Nix. We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. This is taken at the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. On play action, here's Hurts. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike. But listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays. Stay ahead of the chains.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 3. Running from the pistol with Barkley. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Third down, they need 5. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's taken in by Dotson. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. It is a big play for the Eagles. And even 50 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
A handoff, running left, it's Barkley. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
At the 9-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
On third down, here's Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Jalen Hurts on the scramble.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
On fourth down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles.
A 22-yard
This
attempt.
about as short as you can get. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, like you find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. McLaughlin now on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Nix. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Second down. Nix. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that 1st down. And they'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Here's 3rd and 2. He'll give it to Dobbins. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
The Broncos bringing out their punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his 1st catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain there of 16 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Eagles, 1st down.
Have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box. But then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that passing game.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. They will get about 6 before he's taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest.
A blitz gets there, and he lost the football. And the defense comes up with a big turnover. Maybe this will turn this game around. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Broncos.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Dobbins going to get it now as we start the 4th. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Got his man at the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what
and he will score! Game on! Bo Nix, touchdown Broncos. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Broncos back within 7. It's 24-17. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Riley Moss on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. That's Goddard in motion. A 2nd down throw for Hurts. He takes off. And Hurts wisely going to slide after he's picked up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for an Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And a a nice run. He's got a first down tackle made right at the 35-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Hurts now on 3rd and 2. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is hot. What a throw. Grant Alcantara shuts down Eagles. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Broncos 17.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. McLaughlin now on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Throwing is Mims. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. That is Reed Blankenship up from his safety spot, finds a way in and records the sack.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Next, from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He finds Mims. It's complete. He's going to have a Broncos first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
Troy Franklin, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He'll dump this out wide to Dobbins. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 4.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, the Philly faithful making some noise on their feet before 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
He was brought down by
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on 3rd down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the 1st down.
They'll drop to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. But gets made there by Sutton. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. As it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Two timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Eagles' 25-yard line.
Here is 2nd and 7. Back to throw is Nix. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
He's going to try it here again, and that is incomplete. They had their chance. He took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted. But let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big 4th down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game and are going to send their fans home quite happy. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.